Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polkadot. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at the daily chart, you can see that we still have the same Fibonacci retracement with the swing high printed in November of 2021 and the swing low printed in July of 2021. If you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, I would encourage you to go to the description, and there is going to be a video linked where I explain how to use the Fibonacci retracement. So you can see that we broke below the 1.414. Our technical target unfortunately hasn't been met because this would have been a perfect entry point, since this would have also co-aligned with this low that we created here in November and this little support block here of 2020, November or September to December. But we didn't do that, obviously, and right now we're breaking above the 1.414, we're breaking above the 1.272 Fibonacci, and it seems like we're going to be on our way soon to the first Fib level, retesting this low that we printed in July of 2021. If that happens, that's going to be a very good sign, because we would be breaking the August 2022 high, and we would be printing a higher high because we're going to be breaking this high, obviously. So that is going to be good. Afterwards, we can see a hopefully healthy pullback with a continuation. So for that, we need to retest $10 at least. If we break above in one swift impulsive move, perfect. But we don't want to get too overextended, because the higher you go without any pullbacks, the lower you're going to drop. And if I start zooming in, sorry, let me just do this. And you can see that we do have a resistance block. So we're breaking out of this resistance block here that was created all the way back in June of 2022. Then we broke below, and now we're breaking above it. So hopefully what we can do is we can break above and come back down and retest the 1.272 and the support block here, and hold that until we continue with our next impulsive move to the upside. Now keep in mind, any potential black swan events are going to crash the price, and you're going to see large wicks to the downside, potentially taking us to the technical target after all. But I really don't want to see this low lost that we printed at the start of January. That wouldn't be good at all. So hopefully we can hold the EMAs. Hopefully this bullish cross is a strong signal that we do have right now. But like I always say, in a bear market on the daily chart, the bullish cross doesn't really tell us that much. We would really need to see that on the weekly chart, which we will be taking a look at pretty soon. So your immediate support down below would be the 1.414 at $5.20. Also the 55 EMA and the blue support trend line here. So potentially you could come back down and retest this trend line, because you just broke above it, and now you could come back down for a retest. Technically, that would be a very good thing, because you would be confirming that this level is a support now. And as you can see, you created that resistance all the way back in August. You retested that in November, and now you're breaking above. So this is looking pretty good for Polkadot. We're breaking above multiple resistance levels. We just need to break above the November high at the very least with this impulsive move before we start pulling back down. And we don't want to pull back down below the January low. That's all I can tell you for now. The large support block that we have here, as you can see, was set up very long time ago from $6.87 all the way down to $3.56, based off of this trading range we had in 2020 from September to October. And you can see that we dipped our toes into the support block, and now we're coming out of it. We're trying to break out. I placed this support block way before we got here. This was a very long time ago. So all of this was on the charts. If you were paying attention, then you would have known that this is something that we were looking at. Now, taking a look at the daily RSI, really, we're still very near the overbought levels. I wouldn't be buying into Polkadot right now, although $7 is still very cheap. In my opinion, we could see a slight pullback, potentially we could come back all the way down to this support block that was holding us initially here from May until December 2022. So you may see a rollover of some sorts here towards this level, and then we see another move to the upside. Potentially that's what's going to happen. So draw this out on your chart. This had lots of back tests here, as you can see, throughout the 2022 year. So this is a very important level. If we see a capitulation, I would be taking a look at this support block in the RSI below the index of 30, well, 31.7 all the way down to 28.1. And that's going to be another great entry point for anyone looking to buy some DOT coins. Now, let's switch over to the Binance weekly chart. Taking a look at the weekly chart now, you can see that we have a couple of support blocks here as well. One is set up from $6.08 all the way down to $4.48.5. And we're breaking out of that one as well. We're holding it as support. So hopefully we hold $6.10 as support for now, and we don't go any lower than that. The 20 EMA on the weekly chart, the yellow line, is also there, and that is holding us as support. And what we need to see is the 20 EMA come all the way up here where it can cross with the 55 EMA. And that is going to be your bull market confirmation for Polkadot. Hopefully that's going to happen sometime, closer to the end of the year, where we can get overextended and start the actual bull market in 2024 into 2025. You can also see that we broke above a major resistance level here. We created, well, technically this is the same thing that we've been targeting on the other chart. So we broke above this right now, and you all know that when you break above a diagonal multi-month resistance trend line, you typically see a strong move to the upside. $9 is our current technical target, which is our August high. Hopefully we can get there. If we take a look at the weekly, you can see that we're breaking, or the weekly RSI, I should say, we are breaking above the high that we printed in March of 2022. So on the RSI, we've already broken above the August high and all of those. So potentially what could be happening here is we might, in case of a pullback, see a retest either of 48.7, or we can come back all the way down to 40 on the RSI. That is, that is something that could happen. Never count anything out in terms of crypto, because anything can happen. We can have bearish news coming out in the next 5 minutes and the markets are going to tank. So another level that you could be looking at here is right over here. That would be at 53.8, and we have retested that twice, once in August in 2021 and once in September same year. So that's a new resistance level for us. So potentially we could get there before we see a pullback. The volume is looking good right now. We're getting good candles. So the break is being confirmed by the volume. The MACD is looking very bullish at the moment. We are on our way above the histogram, with the bullish cross happening all the way back in July. And I told you that these lows here for most of the altcoins were very good buying opportunities, and as you can see, we're already sitting at a 65% move to the upside. So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the charts, let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon. There is going to be a 7-day free trial. If you wish to stay, obviously you can do that. If not, let me know what you did not like, but you're going to have all the content available to you starting from October of 2021. All of the low cap gems, all of the podcasts, all of the posts, everything is going to be available to you. So feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in the next one.